Mike Bulow, training manager and sellout rep for Sony Electronics. Really exciting day for Sony. Yet again, it seems like we're doing these types of videos all the time. But today we actually have three big introductions. So what we're going to talk about first is the RX10 Mark III. So what's interesting about the RX10 Mark III, it's part of our ever-expanding RX system, our RX family. Family's getting pretty big, so we might need to buy a new house pretty soon. But what the RX10 Mark III does is that it actually adds a new camera to the RX lineup and introduces something that's really never been done in the industry before, not done with Sony. The RX10 Mark III is slightly bigger than the RX10 Mark II, and one of the main reasons why it is bigger is that it introduces a lens that no one's ever done before. So it's a 24 to 600, 600 millimeters. And what's interesting about this lens, being the heart and soul of this camera, is that it does things that photography's never been able to do before. At the 24 millimeter range, it's 2.4, so it's faster than what we had on the RX10 Mark II. And at 600 millimeters, it's an f4. So it'll give you the same speed as those large multi-$1,000 SLR lenses at the telephoto end. But what makes it even more dynamic of a lens is that, first thing is that it has unbelievable close focusing distance. So at 600 millimeters, where the close focusing distance of an SLR lens usually is 14 to 18 feet depending on the lens, the close focusing distance at 600 millimeters on this lens is only about 2 feet, 24 inches. So it's going to give you the ability to get macro shots at 600 millimeters. So if you don't like critters too much, you can actually get really far away and be able to get macro shots, even at 600 millimeters, which is something that is really creatively will be able to do things that you've never been able to do before. Second is that optical quality of the lens is spectacular. Of course, it's Carl Zeiss T-Star coating, something that we've come accustomed to on the RX lineup, but it does have 8 ED elements, which is just something that no one's ever really done before in such a lens that's so compact. But now with the G-Master lenses and our new technology and our new engineers and how unbelievable we've been at creating new and different ideas with lenses, we're able to put all that technology into this lens and be able to have it be something that's really never been able to be done before. So we talked about the lens, and that's really the main difference between this camera and the RX10 Mark II. So this is a good time to really kind of go over what still makes the RX lineup so good and what makes it so amazing. Because this is a super zoom, and when we talk about super zooms, we usually talk about small point and shoot cameras. But what's so amazing about this is that it uses a 1-inch sensor. That 1-inch sensor being almost 5 times the size of a point and shoot sensor, giving you better image quality, better dynamic range, just better overall performance than what you come to expect on a point and shoot camera and what you've now come to expect on the RX line. So it's going to give you unbelievable image quality. Of course, 4K video quality on this camera, so professional 4K video quality. It uses the entire sensor to record 4K, no line skipping, no pixel binning. All that means that you're going to get the best possible image quality that you can get out of a sensor that's even on a professional video camera. So you're going to get unbelievable image quality. So again, talking about that sensor, it is a back illuminated sensor, and it also is a stacked sensor. What does that mean? It means that we actually have RAM. So the RAM that runs your computer, the RAM that runs your phone, the RAM that runs your tablet. We actually have RAM designated just for the sensor. It's actually built into the sensor itself. So this enables us to do extremely fast readout, enables us to do things that have never really been done before. So just like the RX10 Mark II and the RX100 Mark IV, this camera will be able to shoot at 960 frames per second. But what's unique is that you're going to be able to shoot at 960 frames per second, even at 600 millimeters. So I'm a Yankee fan. Even if you're at the Yankee game and you want to be able to shoot Alex Rodriguez from the cheap seats, you're going to be able to zoom into just his torso and shoot this ball hitting the bat, hopefully, at 960 frames per second. So you're going to be able to do things that have really never been done before. So it really opens up the possibilities for this camera. And other features that are similar to the RX10 Mark II, magnesium alloy body, weather resistancy, 2.4 million pixel dot OLED viewfinder, top LCD screen. It really does things that most other interchangeable lens cameras can't do. So until you get to like a much higher level. So it's an unbelievable camera, the most versatile camera that we've ever introduced, being able to do things that you've never really been able to do before in a really small, compact package, giving you the ability to get from 24 to 600 millimeters, being able to give you that go anywhere camera that you can travel with that really doesn't have any limitations whatsoever.